Right then, where on Earth are we? Or maybe where on not Earth are we? Either way, definitely Earth-ish. Ha ha! I was right! Earth! Good old planet Earth. Somewhere in the 20th century, judging by the distinct taste of this air. Yeah, not nice at all. High traces of Auton energy in the air. That doesn't sound good. Yep, 20th century. 1970s at a guess, maybe 1980s. Very similar smells. Hard to pinpoint. Come to think of it, I recognise that smell.
Hey, what the hell?
Sergeant Benton, as I live and breathe. Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Sir? Sir!
Benton, if this is about another spider, then... What the blazes? Who are you, sir? This is a high-security government building. Now explain yourself at once.
Brigadier!
Something the matter, Brigadier?
Stay back, Doctor. This gentleman may be a threat.
Yes, well, a young man with that chin and that bow tie likely isn't on the same level as demons or Daleks, Brigadier.
Oi, what's wrong with my chin? As for the bow tie, I didn't realise he used to be such a hypocrite.
You're not. Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Hello.
Look for teleports, he said. You'll know when you see it, he said. For God's sake, Doctor. I'm not a scientist. Ugh. Oh, for God's sake.
Hello? Okay then, that is a unit uniform, I'm guessing 1970s. Mr. Soldierman, one question. Has a strange person appeared here without explanation recently? Right. Thanks. This place is a military base, so I'm going to need a disguise. Sorry for this.
Sorry about what? Hey! Hey! You can't soldier!
Sorry. Right. There we go. Now, let's find the doctor.
And do you remember that stuff with Axos? Oh, that was a whopper, wasn't it? Those fellas really pulled the wool over our eyes. And...
You know, I'm starting to believe he's you more and more.
Charming.
Hey!
Doctor, who's this? Hold on, did you say that he was the doctor?
According to him.
No, it's true. He's me.
How is he?
That's the wrong question, Joe. The question is, why are you here?
That is a very good question. Brigadier, what year is it?
1973. Why?
He's trying to place where in our timeline he's landed. It's a common trick with time travelers, although rarely something we use on ourselves.
Ah.
Just checked, sir. There's no teleportation device in the... What?
Yes, Benton, we appear to have 2 doctors on our hands now. More's a pity.
What? That's a new one.
It's hardly a new one. We've dealt with multiple doctors before. Who are you really? And what have you done with Benton?
What?
Anyway, Doctor, how's it been? Clearly you seem to have done Omega before if Joe's met other doctors. Unless you mean that salamander business.
If you had been listening to Joe, you would have realised that we've definitely dealt with him. And yes, we've dealt with Omega.
He's not the only one not listening to me. Is no one going to talk about how odd Benton is acting?
What about Vorg and his mini-scope? Or the Daleks? That time tunnel in Sussex?
Yes. And what was that third one?
Spoilers. Anyway, that'll put us around August, right?
July, but close enough.
Oh, I am good!
Sir, DeMarco and Fisher will try and get through. They won't know if they can launch this thing yet.
Oh, all right.
Hold on. Didn't we end up dealing with an Axon incursion in July 1973?
Not an Axon incursion, no. For one, they're trapped in a time loop.
Oh, you've got a storm coming.
And for two, it's not Axons. It's Autons.
Sir, Brigadier, sir. Come in, sir. Over.
Brigadier, sir. Come in, please, sir. Over. Sir.
Brigadier here, Private. Is something the matter? Over.
Yes, sir. We appear to be undergoing a technical fault. Could you send the doctor down to check on it, please? Over.
Handing you over now. Over.
Excuse me, sir. I think that the doctor will need to come over here to check it out. Over.
Are you a scientific officer, Private Fisher?
No, sir. Over.
Private DeMarco?
No, sir. Over.
Well, the doctor is. I'm rather more inclined to his judgment on technical matters than I am yours. Over. Dr. DeMarco and Fisher are having some technical issues, if you wouldn't mind helping them with it.
Technical issues? My dear Brigadier, I'm not just some scientific officer. Oh,
My dear Doctor, that is precisely what you are. I say, sir.
Curly's not getting this back until I get some answers. I remember Autons. I vaguely remember someone launching an attack on them. What I can't remember is the details. Anyone? Come on, help me out here. Give me a breadcrumb. Or perhaps a jammy dodger crumb. Frankly, I'd settle for a jelly baby right about now.
Hold on. If you're a doctor, I'm guessing you're...
From your doctor's future, and actually yours as well, come to think of it.
So, why can't you remember it? I mean, if I ended up meeting my future self, I think that would rather stick in my mind.
Same reason why Doctors 1 and 2 won't remember fighting Omega with him. When something's timeline bumps into itself, time tends to get...
Get what?
A bit wibbly and wobbly and timey-wimey.
Good grief.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, what's going on?
Doctor, are you quite sure this is another you?
Depressingly so, Brigadier.
And we can trust him?
Probably.
Thanks.
Oh, all right. Essentially, Doctor, two of our men were out looking for a crashed meteor when they found a factory that appeared to be staffed by Autons. We did a bit more reconnaissance and confirmed it.
In other words, we tripped face first into an alien invasion.
Interesting way of doing things.
Yes, thank you, Miss Grant. Now we're preparing a sting operation to storm the facility and eliminate the Auton threat before it's able to establish a foothold on the planet. Any questions?
Oh, always. but not about this. As you were.
Thank you. The doctor here. What seems to be the problem?
We're not sure, sir. Over.
Alright. What's not doing what it's supposed to be?
And have you tried turning it off and on again?
Thank you.
We're not sure, sir. It might be easier for you to come and check it yourself. Over.
Look, just tell me what you can see happening to the machinery. It's really not that hard.
Yeah, even Benton could do it.
Josephine!
Oh, right. Hey.
Anyway... Look, I can't help you if I don't know the problem. Just tell me what you can see, and I'll be able to figure out what's wrong.
We're not sure, sir. Perhaps you can come down here and see for yourself. Over.
You know, I've met some imbeciles in my time, but you two really take the biscuits. Over and out.
What was that for?
Benton, you did hear them. They were like a stuck record, the pair of them. It was all I could do not to go down there just to hit them.
I really hope you mellow of age, I truly do.
Oh, yeah. Sweets really help.
Doctor?
I know that voice. I use that voice. Something's wrong, isn't it?
Maybe. Were those the guys who...
Sir, there's another intruder. What the hell?
Benton?
A second Benton?
Oh, I knew it!
You did?
Yes.
Get off me!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
One answer won't get me shot.
The truth!
You know, I don't think the rest of the cosmos got that memo.
Okay. I will explain. Just get him off me.
All right. Benton, let the chap go.
Yes, sir.
I am the Arbiter. I was created by the Morai, Guardians of Time, to attend to and prevent the devastation spreading through history that threatens everyone and everything. Does that answer your question?
It would, if I knew you were telling the truth. You must forgive me, but it's certainly quite fanciful. How can we be sure that you're...
They are.
How do you know?
Because I've met them before. I think I've met them and these Moirai before. And I think that I will meet them as well.
What on earth is that supposed to mean?
It means a little help wouldn't hurt.
I'm sure it wouldn't, but I have no idea who you're talking about.
Wait, really? Really?
Really. I think saying that made me feel actual physical pain.
Can you seriously not remember them? The Moirai? The space prison? The escape from said space prison?
Space prison?
Prison is a bit harsh.
It really isn't. How can you not... Oh! He wasn't kidnapped, was he?
Not really. No.
The Time Lords?
The Time Lords. The Morai don't seem to have realized his exile has been lifted by this stage in his timeline.
Okay, never mind the space prison. But the point is, Brigster, I know the Arbiter is telling the truth.
All right. But that doesn't explain why he...
I prefer they. Thank you.
Apologies. Why, they disguised themselves as Benton.
And locked me in a box.
Well, that was obviously so that their cover wasn't blown. It's rather basic knowledge, Sergeant.
Ouch.
Tell me, Brigster, how would you have responded if you saw someone who clearly didn't work here ominously watching the doctor from a distance?
First of all, Don't ever call me that again. Second of all... Fair enough.
Doctor, I think I've lost track of this conversation.
Well, in layman's terms, Joe, the Arbiter is an extra-dimensional alien, disguising themselves as Benton to watch me and me more closely. But it's okay, because they've got good intentions.
Right.
Got it in one, Curly! Shame that some disguised people around here aren't so pure-hearted.
What do you mean?
Brigadier, cancel the sting.
I beg your pardon?
Was it DeMarco and Fisher who found the Auton base?
Yes, that's why they're setting up. I'll be going down in a few minutes to...
And do they normally talk like that?
What?
Oh, dear lord.
Yep. Do they?
I mean, I guess they sounded a bit.
Flat tone of voice, repeating stock phrases, formulaic sentences, and inability to adapt on the fly. DeMarco and Fisher are Autons.
Contact established.
Is the operation going to plan?
Affirmative. The Time Lord has no idea of our true intentions.
That is unlikely. Your insistence on the Doctor coming here will have drawn his suspicion. But no matter.
What shall we do now?
Wait. Wait until unit moves. They cannot resist such a target. Even if they are suspicious, they will still attack. And we will be ready for them.
Autons?
What, like some sort of duplicate?
Got it in one, Joe! But if you've duplicated 2 unit officers, why not just sabotage unit from the inside?
Maybe they're just not very good. I mean, you saw through them in no time.
Yes, but I'm me. Seeing through people is kind of my thing. Well, that, or saving planets, or travelling, or baking a decent rhubarb pie.
Ah, yes, the rhubarb spectacular. Have you still got the recipe?
Yes, next time I see Orwell, I'll have to give it back to him. Oh, he really knows his rhubarb.
Doctors, concentrate.
Yes, yes, all right. You know, I never realised how much I missed your grumpy side.
Pardon?
Never mind. All right, Curly. Any ideas?
Please stop calling me that.
All right, Curly. Any ideas?
Run out of steam?
Well, I did just fall out of the time vortex.
Is something about an impending Nestene conspiracy tickling you, Doctor?
Sorry, not at all. It's really quite obvious when you think about it.
And for those of us who've thought about it and just got lost...
They want to infiltrate unit, but they can't just do that with 2 privates. No, they need someone bigger.
Why would they make them tell us where they are? That makes no sense.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so you see...
My turn to do the explaining.
All right then, go ahead.
Thank you. If you were a colonial psychic entity currently in possession of 2 Autons disguised as unit soldiers, revealing where you were would be the best thing you could do, but only if your Autons happened across it. That way, you'd be a vital part of whatever operation being launched against you. That way, you're in the perfect position to strike.
So, their plan is to lure us in and then destroy the sting. But why?
Because of what they'd be able to get out of it, what they had ensured they'd get out of it.
And what would that be? Me? Why on earth would they want me?
Because you're the brig. You're in charge. If you got replaced by an Auton, unit would be crippled.
You mean the UK branch would be crippled?
Yes, alright. But either way, unit would be in a weakened state if the Brigadier was compromised. The consciousness would be able to sabotage the organisation on all but the highest levels of command.
And I take it that that's the reason they desperately needed you to come down and replug their sockets.
I must have missed that conversation.
Yes, you're in the box.
Precisely, Arbiter. If anyone would be able to find out that their foe Brigadier was, well, foe, it would be me. Not to mention, I'm sure they'd benefit from having a replica of my spectacular intellect on standby.
Are we sure that our mind wouldn't overwhelm the consciousness? It is pretty big.
So's your ego. So in short, they've duplicated DeMarco and Fisher to kidnap you two, so they can duplicate you and destroy the world.
Not to put too fine a point on it, yes.
Another hole-in-one, Miss Grant!
So how do we stop them?
Well, there's always...
No missile strikes.
Fair enough.
So now we've checked off explosive barrages in the middle of the English countryside. Any other ideas?
I do!
Alright, Doctor, you speak first.
You realise how little that narrows things down, yes?
Alright. Annoying, Doctor, you speak first.
Yeah, still doesn't narrow it down.
The Doctor working for me. The Doctor stranded on Earth. The Doctor with whom I have fought a whole matter of space buggery! My Doctor.
Right, well, we clearly can't simply walk into their trap, so we'll try a different strategy. I can scan the factory for any waiting Autons, then your men can take them by surprise, before cornering the Nestene itself.
That sounds good.
That's debatable. Alistair, I've got a better idea.
Have you now?
Yep, it's a fairly simple one. And regrettably, not one that Gramps over there will like.
Gramps?
What's your plan, Doctor? Doctor?
No, I've got it. You want to walk headfirst into there, don't you?
Of course! I'm the Doctor. I walk in, ruin their day, and the job's jobbed. Frankly, I'll need something to entertain me. I pretend to be captured, walk in there and get everything wrapped up in a neat bow, though sadly without the tie. We've done this before.
It still sounds a little risky, if you ask me.
I eat risk for breakfast. It's that or muesli. Right, Doctor? Are you okay?
Exactly which part of that makes it a better plan than mine?
Well, for a start, it's my plan.
Because I can't think of anything. In fact, I rather suspect that springing the trap is simply more exciting for you. Am I right?
Perhaps. But where's the fun in the safe option?
You'd really rather take a more dangerous route to solving something, risking your own life, for kicks. How on earth do I end up as you?
Hey, that's not fair. You enjoyed a bit of danger as much as any of us.
Well, at least I seem to understand when I shouldn't risk it. At least I have some idea of my responsibilities.
Don't you dare lecture me on responsibilities. You haven't seen what I've seen. You haven't suffered like I have. So don't you dare assume that you know any better than me. Don't you dare.
What do you mean, suffered?
Never mind for now. It's not important. But, anyway, I'll enjoy myself if I want to. I think I've earned that. And believe me, I know my fair share about responsibilities.
I believe you.
Perhaps a cooler head should decide. Brigadier?
Perhaps 4 should, yes. I think this ought to be delegated somewhat. Miss Grant, Sergeant Benton, Arbiter, what do you all think?
How egalitarian.
Oh, hush.
Well, I think it would be safer to go with a new plan. But that means I'm agreeing with one doctor over the other, which you didn't want to do. That's the real reason you're delegating this, isn't it, Brigadier?
You've seen right through me, Miss Grant. Well done.
Well, I think springing the trap might be better. It's quick, it's effective, and it means less men to risk.
You would be risking one doctor, though. I would say that's quite a gamble.
Well, we've got a spare now. Sorry, sir. Sirs.
None taken, Benton.
Remind me to not get on your bad side.
Well, both courses of action seem sensible to me. Arbiter, it seems you have the deciding vote.
Oh,